Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias and welcome back to Stoneblock. In the last episode, we made the transmutation table, and at least I think that was the last episode, but we were working towards, oh no, last episode, I remember now, we made the red matter armor, and we started making Klein stars. Now we need to make a bunch of Klein stars because we need 4 of them for the red gem armor. And it's pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty awful. It takes a lot of EMC. So that is what we're going to be working on today. But before we do, we have upgrades. So I've been AFKing a lot, and oh my gosh, we have so many crystals. We have 2.5 thousand of pretty much all the crystals or more. So we should be able to upgrade things pretty easily. So solar panel controller thing, tier 5, we're going to need 4 ionite of those. We're going to need an ionite solar cell, 4 of those. It's going to make those no problem. And I want to go ahead and upgrade to the next tier, so tier 5 void ore miner. And that's going to require less structure panels. We need 4 more modifiers. Which, actually, can we teach the system? Let's see. I want to tell it to make modifiers that are accuracy. So let's go ahead and see if we can make 4 more accuracy modifiers. Because accuracy is going to be the best thing. And we can. Cool. So that's going to make the modifiers. We're going to need to go from 56 to 72 structure frames tier 5. So let's go ahead and go, well, destroy this. What's the size difference? It is 1 taller, so we're gonna break that. We're gonna lift that up. Put this here. And I feel like I'm gonna sneeze in a second, so apologies if I have to pull away or something. Okay. I think I might be good. All right, let's go ahead and deconstruct this guy. And then we still have a couple speed modifiers, but mostly accuracy. For now, I care more about the accuracy than the speed. Let's collect everything. Cool. So let's go ahead and get the next tier of the void ore miners going and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna need ionite times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna need a lens. I do not want it to use our crystal lens. Okay, there is that lens, the clear. We're gonna need some diamond blocks. That's not hard. And there is the void ore miner tier 5. I put the structure frames back in here. We should also be able to go ahead and make this solar array tier 5, which is a quest. And then we just need to collect all the other stuff so we can finish this up. So modifiers. We have 4 more. That will put us to 16. We need 36 structure panels. So let's get that. We're going to need 72 tier 5. So we need tier 5. 72. We can make that. It requires 72 nether stars. Oh man, these get expensive, but I mean, we have plenty of nether stars. I've actually cleaned out things, and I've been just kind of working on getting things back and collecting all the nether stars we can. We're gonna need another laser core, and that's pretty much it. So we'll go ahead and get this set back up. And then we'll go from there. So hopefully we'll get the last of the solar tier stuff done. Now, whether or not we will ever Oh, we'll ever like make another solar panel up there? I don't know, but we can if we want. That's kind of the point. So we just need to organize things a little bit. There is the 72 of the structure. What are these called? Structure frames? And we should be able to just go ahead and do this. So this is going to go right here. We're going to have extract always active and build it. Cool. So yeah, we're going to need to make sure that everything is lit up and all that kind of fun stuff. There is going to be some darkness at first, but everything is built. Cool. These do look really neat, I will say. I like the structures, how the structures in general just kind of appear. Yeah, there we go. So with that, we should start getting the last tier, which is what? Atheum. So it'll take a little bit. We'll probably finish that up next episode. But for now, what we're going to work on is getting EMC. Let's go ahead and get that quest done, though. Power generation. Cool, all done. And apparently I forgot to finish something in Project E. Oh, the Klein Star. I forgot that last episode, so we'll go ahead and do that. So we're almost done with most of the quests, and that's really, really cool. Unfortunately, the rest of the quests are going to be awful. Yellowite ores, whoops, and viaducts. Don't care. Okay, so here is the plan. Now, one of the next things we need to do is we need to get Infinity Catalyst. In order to get Infinity Catalyst, we need to do a bunch of other things, specifically getting a bunch of EMC to get singularities. To get the singularities, we need a neutronium compressor, which requires, let's see, 1, 2, 3, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 ingots and a block of neutronium. That is a lot. We don't quite have that. We should make more neutronium. So I'm going to break this guy. And we should probably, duplicate these guys for a little bit more. And all that kind of fun stuff. I do want to teach the system, the transmutation table, how to make those. Just in case we ever lose one. So I need to make more of the neutron collectors. And to get more neutronium. And then from there, we need to get, a bunch of EMC to make all of the blocks that we need. So, for example, redstone, we need 12,000 redstone blocks in order to get a redstone singularity. It's actually not as difficult as you might think, but it is kind of a pain. So, yeah, there's a lot of things we're going to need to do. Do we have translocations in this? Yes, we do. Awesome. These are really important for that, the singularities, for the record. So, in order to do all that, we're going to need to get a lot of materials. First of all, let's go ahead and get some of the stuff together. Now, I believe in here, the cosmic meatballs are something we could probably make. Let's see, raw. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We do have a little bit of rabbit, chicken, and mutton. Is there 6 of them that we need for the cosmic meatballs? 1, 2, 3, 4. No mutton. Okay. And then we just need some neutronium. And that is it. So I think these are shapeless. Are they? They are. So there is a cosmic meatball. We'll take one of those. So we'll have that. We're going to need an Indus pearl, which requires 4 ingots of neutronium. I almost said 3 for some reason. A nether star. A ton of ender pearls and endstone. So this is not too bad to make. The Indus Pearl is also something that is super scary. Don't use them to do anything with. But I think it's something like this. And then like that. Yes. And then the center is filled with, oh, come on, mouse. Don't do that to me. The center is filled with ender pearls, so nothing too difficult here. And there is an ender pearl. Do not throw these in your base. They create gigantic holes. And that's all. Just they're kind of cool. Maybe at some point we'll make another one and go play with it, but don't throw them in your base. So we also need a diamond lattice and a crystal matrix ingot. So let's get the crystal matrix ingot. That should be easy enough. And then a diamond lattice. Go ahead and get that. We're also going to need one of each of the neutroniums. So 1, 2, and 3. And let's just get a chest that we can place all this stuff in. So that we can kind of prepare for making the infinity catalyst. I forgot what it was called for a second. So the only other thing that we can really do right now, other than dark steel, block of Enderium, is a record fragment. And I happen to have over here, it turned me around. I happen to have a bunch of records kind of sitting around that we can use. And I'm just going to take one, put the rest in there for why not. And cool. So we need block of, let's see, Enderium. We do have a good bit of Enderium. We have a lot more than it looks like because we have 1,000 nuggets from chickens. So we have a couple stacks of Enderium. And then steel. So we need dark steel and normal steel. Okay. So we'll put all of those in there. And that's pretty much that. So now what are we going to do about EMC? Well, I kind of talked about this last time. One of the best things that we can use is Silky Jewels. Blocks of Silky Jewels. If we make a world that is nothing but blocks of Silky Jewels, that would be really, really expensive. EMC wise. It would also be expensive energy wise. But what we can do is we can actually, we can do that. We can make a custom dimlet. Now the most expensive dimlet that I currently have, I was kind of looking through. I mean, we have like Ardite. I don't know that Ardite has EMC. It does. It has like 9,000. That's not much. But we have emerald ores. So emeralds are really good as well. So we can get, 16,000 EMC for each. And we can just make a world that's nothing but emeralds. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to need some other things. So we're going to want features. Let's see. We could do orbs. Features orbs. We are also going to want probably an effect none, so that we don't have any bad effects. And what else are we going to want? We're probably going to want, what is terrain? I never remember what terrain does. Affect the types of terrain you get. So unfortunately, sometimes terrain can be bad. So let's just go with this. We don't know what we're going to get per se, but we can always extract the dimlets out of these. So effect none, features, warning. The material has to go first. Put these dimlets before the thing you want to change. And we're going to call this emerald ore. Store it. And its maintenance cost is 14,000 RF per tick. So hopefully we have that. I always get turned around in space. That's what I get for making it symmetrical. So this is going to take a lot of power. And we're probably not going to have much time in there. But the reason that we want to do this is because we're going to need a lot of Silky Gems blocks to begin with. Because if we want to make a world out of them, we're going to have to make the Dimlet. And so if we look at Silky Jewel, this is going to require tier 5. Okay, that's not too bad. So we're going to need one of these. We're going to have to break down some more Dimlet parcels and hopefully get some things we want. But we'll kind of worry about that later. So we're going to need one of these. We're going to need a base. So material, it is a material type. We're going to need the advanced energy. We're going to need the advanced memory. So Silky. And then, yeah, we're going to need a rarity 5, and then we're going to need a material thing. So something else we can kind of look at is if we sort these by... I can't sort them by rarity, unfortunately. There should be some resistance 2 is... Most of these are rarity 3s. Are they sorted naturally by rarity? They might be rarity 3. They're all rarity 3s. So block of Ardite is rarity 5. If we absolutely need to, we can use that. But I don't think I have anything else that's going to be rarity 5. So we're going to have to find some rarity 5s. That's okay though. Let's go ahead and put these back. But the last thing we're going to need is a material absorber. And these things are relatively cheap to make, but are kind of awful. So we're going to want some emeralds to begin with. And so, is this keeping up with power? It is. How is our power downstairs? It's fine. Cool. So what we're going to do, let's get this prepared. And let's go ahead and we're going to teleport to the Emerald Ore style once. So hopefully things go well. If things go bad, then we're in trouble. But hopefully things will go well. Loading terrain. It will be a little bit laggy at first, but we're going to need to make the Silky Gem. Ooh. Okay, it gave me a protected spawn, which is kind of cool. But there is a problem I'm seeing. Where are my orbs? This is really cool. It's also really weird. Anyways, we have orbs of emerald ore. And we have water breathing? Wait, hold up. Hold up. Does this world naturally have water breathing? We're under the ice. Uh-oh. Or is that like our helmet? I don't think our helmet gives us that kind of stuff. This is an interesting world. And we can get some more things. But yeah, so we can get a bunch of emerald ore pretty easily here. No big deal. Just a matter of, you know, diving down and collecting everything. So it's also really weird down here because it's almost like space. That's what it reminds me of. It's like we're in outer space. But yeah, so there's also some fossils. This is what the orbs do. And so we have all of these wonderful things. There's also plenty of houses if we can stay here for a decent amount of time. Or we could just forget about silky gems and use blocks of diamonds. We just got the dimlet for blocks of diamonds. What? So the question is, do we go through all that work, or do we just go for diamond blocks, which is 73,000 EMC versus 200? Yeah, we're gonna have to go for the silky jewels. I considered, so mobs can spawn in here. Come here, creeper and skeleton. Okay, so we'll break this. Cyan and stone bricks. Okay, so I am going to just, you know, store a lot of the stuff in here. Don't really care, because we're not gonna spend too much time. Ooh, lag spike, big one. We're not gonna spend too much time searching around these guys, but yeah, there is a ton of emerald ore. That is a gigantic oil. That's what oil does at the bottom. That is literally just cool oil. That's really kind of neat looking. But yeah, so we can just, you know, come here and because vein miner. I like that it like naturally gives you water breathing. I don't know what's doing that. If it is, I don't think it's anything I have, but it's really convenient. So yeah, we can collect a bunch of emeralds very easily. And then just kind of, well, we can turn all these into EMC, which we're going to need to do. I also need to kind of keep an eye on our hunger. But yeah, so we can just, you know, make a ton of emeralds very quickly, very easily, without really trying. So what do we have to do with this stuff? Okay, let's go back to the base, and let's stop draining all of our power, which I don't think is actually too much of a concern. But we probably won't need to go back to the emerald area. I accidentally grabbed a bunch of things. Let's turn that off. I'm going to dump a ton of emeralds in here for right now. And we got another Klein star. Wow. Who would have imagined a bunch of emeralds were going to do that? Okay, so everything's still working up here. No. The vacuum hopper doesn't want to insert stuff back into this. So I'm going to have to fix that. It's not a big deal. But, yeah. Okay. So, with that, what I can do is just get rid of these guys, first of all. What I can do is just hook into here instead of doing anything else. These guys also aren't getting power. That is weird. Let's break that and see if that fixes it. Maybe? Or are we out of power? We might actually be out of power. Yeah, we're out of power. Okay. So we're going to get some item conduits. We used a lot of power there, so we might want to upgrade the... Let's go ahead and turn this off for right now. We might want to go ahead and upgrade our solar panels. I need more than that. Let's get a little bit of item conduits. And let's fix the farm. And yeah, so all we'll have to do is something like this. And disable that one. Outputs here. Let's take some of the stuff that it's not gonna like, and I guess we'll have to Yeta wrench this and force it to. There we go. Extract always active. So it should be taking everything. Cool. So that should work just fine. All right. So yeah, we're out of power. Power should come back fairly quickly though. I'm not worried about like losing stuff. Yeah, we're gonna be gaining a lot of power very quickly because we have a lot of powers like generation wise. But we might want more before we do too much more with the dimensions. So let's get into what we need to do. Well, first of all, we're gonna need to make a Silky Jewel. So let's make just a normal Silky Jewel. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these around an emerald. And we're gonna stop doing anything with those when we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna take 9 of these. And this is weird, but the first step we need to do to get all of the EMC we could ever want is to make a bunch of blocks of these. So what we're going to need to do is get a material absorber, which I already have right here. So we're going to need just, surprisingly, the only thing we need is just the machine frame. So we'll get that. And we get the material absorber. So we can put this down. And anything underneath of it gets absorbed. And we need to fill this completely up. So what we're going to want is an auto placer, some sort of auto block placer. I think actually auto placer. Just one of these should be good enough. And just because I did it here, we're just going to do it right here. And we just put that. And it's going to slowly build up. We need to get this to 100%, which means we need a bunch of Silky Jewels. So what I am going to do is I'm going to spend the next little bit getting a bunch of Silky Jewels. What I'm going to do is get a ton of emeralds, put them in here, and get the Silky Jewels we need. Now, any excess is fine. Once this fills up, it's not going to do any more. I'm also going to kind of look around, see what kind of, clean up the inventory a little bit, see what kind of tier 5 dimlets we have, because we need to get we need a tier 5 for the dimlet we want. So I'm going to work on those two things, and I'll be back once that is done. Alrighty then, so we have a material absorber that is 100% completed. I actually didn't just do that. I had dinner and watched some TV for a couple hours, and we have a few crystals. By the way, we have 1.4 thousand athenium crystals, aethium crystals. I think aethium. So we're gonna go ahead and make the rest of the solar panel stuff. And then what I am going to do is between episodes, I am going to upgrade our power storage, make a whole bunch more of those, and which should not be a problem. And plus, it's kind of something you guys have seen. But I'm gonna make a bunch of the energy cells, and then I'm actually gonna go ahead and set up the solar panel with the aethium solar panel. Solar panels, solar cells, whatever they are called. And I might even go ahead and make the void ore miner. We'll make the controller on camera. We'll do all that on camera. But Probably won't need to be perfectly honest. So it's just a matter of time for that. But yeah, we have the material absorber. So let's go ahead and make the Silky Jewel Dimension. And we can get rid of the rest of the Silky Jewels. So once we have this dimension, we don't really have to worry about anything in terms of EMC. We'll have quite a bit. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and use, I believe the Ardite was a level 5. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Ardite. Let's extract that. And hopefully... Alright, so this is a problem. The Ardite didn't work, and I kind of forgot. I forgot something. So we need to infuse this guy. Let's pick up the Dimlet workbench, and if we look, infusing, increased chance of getting all parts out of deconstructed Dimlet. So we need to infuse this thing completely. Luckily, we have dimensional ores. So let's get the dimensional ores. I kind of forgot about that. And do we have the solar? We do. Cool. Now, just out of curiosity, how much do we need for that? Solar arrays. Tier 6 is 169 solar cells. It is a 15 by 15. So I'll make sure that we have the area upstairs to do that. But it will generate 300,000 RF per tick. And I'll get all of this stuff, the structure frames and the modifiers. Unfortunately, with the solar cells, the modifiers don't really matter all that much. But we'll deal with that. So I'll kind of work on that a little bit off camera. Same with getting all the things ready for making the tier 6 void ore miner. And also kind of with that, deciding what I want ore of. I'm probably going to try to get draconium. I think we can do get draconium ore from the... Yeah, we can get it from the miner. And it prefers purple. So that's probably what we're going to use. And so that is... Whoops, that was weird. So that is kind of the plan with that. So we just need to make the dimension. And then I will mine the Silky Jewels. The blocks at... I'll probably just mine a bunch of them all at once. And then we'll... hopefully have enough for a while, and I won't have to do it again for a bit, but most likely I'll have to mine pretty frequently. We do need a lot of EMC, but it is a really good way to get a bunch of it. So let's get all of... Wow, we have a lot of dimensional shards. I didn't realize we were going to get quite that many. Perfect. Alright, so we just need to infuse this, and that will take a little bit of time unless we speed it up. So it looks like it's 4 stacks to fully infuse this. Perfect. And now I need to find another tier 5 Dimlet. So usually materials and liquids are your best option. We don't have any good liquids. Oh, molten tin. I don't really care about tin at all. So let's extract it, and we got everything we want. So we have the tier 5 rarity. We have the material type, the advanced energy, the advanced memory, the base part, and the material absorber. And now we have a tier 5 Silky Block of Jewel. Okay, whatever. And so all we need to do now is make a world. So we're gonna do features none. But no, not features none. We want features. We want features. I don't have any good features. How? That is gonna be a little bit of a problem. Did I collect any features? I forgot to empty out this. I'll be honest. Any features? No Dimlet buildings, volcanoes. What were some of the others? We got the block of diamond, which is cool. Huge liquid orbs. So liquid orbs don't really help us. But what I want is effect none. That would be nice. And we want to have some sort of feature. Shallow oceans. Caves. Clean. I don't even know what clean is. Canyons. Okay, so we're probably going to need to go back and get some more Dimlets to make the world, but we can throw those in there. It's going to warn me because it's not stable. Dangling modifiers. So we need some sort of terrain. Is there any, or I guess features, not terrain. Is there any that are craftable? Just none. Okay, that is not good. You can take all of these out and put them back in here. So, I mean, we could always make a feature. Huge orbs would be nice. The problem with that is we need to have huge orbs. And so, without it, we can't really do anything. So, what we can do is get lost in the base again. So, emerald ore is really bad. I think this was the Nether. I just want to make sure that there's plenty of power. Let's pop back down here. Let's get rid of those. And which one did I put in? Did I put in random one, which is Dimlet 3? Yes, ID 3. Don't want to go to a world that's not actually there, not actually loaded. So what I might have to do is go find a Dimlet that is acceptable in terms of the feature. So yeah, this is the Nether Dimension. And this one is actually not too bad. I'm gonna F7. If we look at the map, I went that direction for a while. So if we head just in this general direction, hopefully we'll find some buildings. Man, this is a really weird area. There's horses. Hopefully we can find some buildings and real quickly get just a feature Dimlet. But if not, I will have to spend some time looking for some. I don't really want to do anything too major. I really need to just break those. Obsidian, molten copper, netherrack. I do want to turn the magnet on. So yeah, it's just going to be a matter of, I think we can also use terrain, but I've never really done that. I've always used features, and some of the features are really nice, just because it will make nice areas to deal with. Netherrack. Yeah, so I think can receive liquid and material modifiers, which have to come in front of the terrain. Yes. Okay, anything features? No, of course not. So let's dump everything in here. And there's a couple more, but we can always use the terrain. And again, we can always pop the Dimlets out of a dimension if we don't want to use them. So cobblestone, dimensional pattern. There's a feature, clean. I don't know what clean means. That sounds bad, but I don't know what clean means in terms of the features. So I guess let's just go a little bit farther, see if we find any more. And then we'll just go with the terrain. Imagine a terrain. So the problem is, things are going to get expensive if I'm not careful. And expensive is not a huge problem, but if there's a lot of caves, if there's a lot of cost, it might not be the best to use. It might not be fun to, try to go mine for even a few moments. And that's what I want to avoid. I thought the gas were dimensional buildings. Okay. So let's just see. Takes a second to load. This world is so weird. It's really cool that I got this randomly, but it's such a weird world. Okay. So there's a chicken in here. Oak wood, cobblestone, more terrain. Let's just grab all this stuff and put it away. So yeah, we can't always use the terrain. That is a potential. Like I just said, I just worry that it's going to be kind of awful in terms of cost. And I want to be able to go into the world for a while and not have to worry about, you know, energy and all that kind of stuff. But we will have to, like, we will get plenty of power transfer if need be. Okay, I see one more. Let's just go for this one. If there's nothing here, we'll make something out of terrain and see just how bad it is. But hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, cobblestone, hardened clay. There is origin. That's not what I want to see. Okay. Let's go home. So, obviously, we're going to have to just work with what we got. Unfortunately, but it's whatever. So, let's figure out where we're at. Let's try to get rid of everything that's not like a dimlet already. And we'll dump all of those in there. And hopefully we have some things that we can work with that are halfway decent. That is always a concern, that I don't have anything good. And it's going to take me, you know, it could take me hours just searching through areas, random worlds to try to find something halfway decent. Alternatively, we could pop the, you know what, let's do it that way. Because what all do we have for terrain? So if we scroll down, features, we don't have anything good. I mean, huge liquid orbs is really good, but we're not after liquid. So terrain is the other option. Amplified, cavern, islands. Yeah, I don't really like any of those. So what we can do, and this is almost silly, we come down here, grab our emerald ore, and we can just extract it. So there is all this stuff. We have none. We can have orbs with Silky Blocks of Jewel. And then we do Silky. And I do want to make sure that is all that's there. And store it. We have Silky. So it is pretty expensive, but not as expensive as the other one was. So let's go ahead and put these guys back away. Put that back in there. And let's see what kind of world we have. Hopefully it's good. And hopefully we have enough power to last for a little bit. How much? Ooh, it is almost day, so it should get a little bit better. It costs 100,000 RF per tick to build. It takes 1,500 ticks to build. That is not cheap, but we are gaining power at this point. No, it's still sunrise. It's almost, there we go. It's daytime now. Come on, power cells. Let's turn this guy off for now. We don't really need him. We have plenty Aethium. I've said that 3 different ways already, but this is infused 25%. We could always infuse our dimension builder a little bit more. That would also help, but we really just need to kind of get things taken care of. We need more energy. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead, store levels. We're going to keep some of this stuff here. Just so that we don't have to worry about it. There is a dog barking in the background. I hope you guys can't hear that. It happens. 72%. How are we doing on power? Looks better. We're slowly gaining power. That is awesome. I love it. Okay. So once we have this, our phase field generator is fully powered. One thing I want to look at, how much draconium do we have? We have a good bit of draconium. A couple things that we're going to want to go ahead and make is, are they just called capacitors? Yes. Flux capacitors are probably going to be pretty important in the near future to have power. And honestly, making these is not too bad. In fact, we could probably go ahead and do at least the Wyvern tiers. So Draconium, and then Wyvern Energy. So Wyvern, we need 4 of these. 1 of those. And there we go. There is the Wyvern Flux Capacitor. Let's grab our questing book. And I believe that is a quest. Oh, we do have the power generation, so we can claim that one. But we should have Draconic Evolution. It got a little bit of power. Okay, well, that's fine. It is currently inactive. Charge all. Charge everything in my inventory. And let's grab a... do we have any capacitors? I am fumbling right now. It is full. Okay. So if we want to make one of these, we're going to need another one. I wonder if there is a way we can... Oh, cool. So this is powered. Let's take it out for a second. It's going to drain its power very quickly. Let's let it charge up. Let's go ahead and open up a loot chest. Oak and stone. The dimension builder. Let's break this guy for a second. What does it... reduce power consumption and faster... Okay. Let's go ahead and charge it, because we have plenty of dimensional shards. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. This episode is getting a little long. I just kind of want to show off the dimension we ended up making. I can speak. And then go from there. So we'll put that back in there for right now. Same with this stuff. And let's grab our time in a bottle. So the reason the quest didn't complete is because of the charge that the thing got. But that's okay. We are out of power. How out of power are we? Not. Okay. It was just probably a delay. Alright, let's go put this back. Let's see, we're gonna want the magnet. Let's put this guy back in here. Is he getting power? Yes, but he's not maintaining power very long. So we have to go quickly if we want to see the world. Let's take him out for a second. We can only get so much power into this. What we could do... Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know how I want to handle this. Unfortunately, it's using up more power than we can supply it. And it's not because of... It's because of this guy. So this energy cell can only supply 25,000 RF per tick. And this thing uses 28,000. So we're going to instantly lose 3,000 every tick. So we need to go quickly. And we're just going to pop in. Home, Silky, dial once. We have our phase field generator. We can teleport wherever. It doesn't really matter. I don't think there's anything that's super dangerous that we are teleporting to. But what kind of world do we have? It is not safe. And where is the Silky Jewels? Uh-oh. I don't like this world. They are in the ground. That is awful. Okay. So something we can do. And I'm going to quickly do this, and then we are going to end the episode. So I got a bunch of Silky Jewel. That is cool. And that means I can just do this and get another Klein Star pretty easily. But what we're going to do, and this is almost weird, we're going to come in here. We're going to extract this, and we're going to add one more thing to it. We're going to make this really nice. We're going to make a void world. So we'll just put void at the end. Silky void. And it is almost just as expensive, so it's not that big of a deal. But this will create a void world with the Silky gems. And so... yeah, hopefully it will be a little bit better. And we can get more Silky gems. So I am going to go ahead and end the episode off here. I am going to figure out a way to get more power. See if there is upgrades to the energy cell. Which there probably is. There probably is in thermal something I can do, but there might not be. The resonant tier kits is what I did to make this a resonant tier energy cell, but I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to store energy. That's not the draconic. I'm not building that. So that is kind of our bottleneck right now, is storing power in a way that doesn't ruin everything. So this is almost built. I guess I will show you guys what it looks like. Let's go ahead and let it store up some power. Clean up the inventory. And can we go ahead and dial that once? Perfect. Do not go in there because the world isn't actually there yet. It exists, but it's unpowered, and you don't want that. But with it being active, we can put that in there, and it's going to slowly go down. We can jump up here, get lost. Why do I get lost so badly up here? And let's head into that world, and you should see it's a lot better. It should be emptiness with orbs. They're not going to be the biggest of orbs, but there we go. This is a world. And of course there's Enderman. So we turn our magnet on, mine some Silky gems, and this is a ton of VMC very quickly. So I am hungry. I'm going to starve to death. Alright, let's get out of here before it implodes on me. But I'm getting a little greedy. Okay, let's get home. So that is basically what we have to do. Yeah, there is power issues. So I'm gonna have to figure out power issues. But yeah, each of these is 14 million EMC. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. And that is going to be it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time we are going to make the red gem armor. We'll start doing some more of the quests. We'll probably get a void ore miner controller tier 6. I'll set up the solar panels. I have an idea of something we can do to make things a little bit nicer with the power. Maybe we don't store power, but that is something I'm gonna have to figure out. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!